Hi, and welcome to our latest edition of a Copic coloring class. And this month we are going to be doing these great cards here that are featuring a new stamp by My Favorite Things called Sassitude, and I just think she is adorable. I love the possibilities with her skirt of doing some paper piecing, and her little cheetah print boots are awful adorable as well. And so we're going to make these two, and we're going to begin with coloring. So you should have in your kit, you should have two stamped images, one on a cut circle, which will go on our green card, and another one that we'll cut out that will go on our little stage card. And we're going to color their skin, their faces and arms and legs the same, and their hair on both cards. So I'm going to show you how to do that on one, and then you can also repeat that on the next card. Okay, we're going to begin by coloring her skin on both of the cards, and we'll do her face, her arms, and her legs right here. And for her face, we're going to use these four colors, and that will be E000, E00, E21, and R20. So we'll start with the lightest color, which is E000. And go ahead and color her entire face with this. Don't worry about her ears that are underneath her hair, as they will be covered up with her hair. And I really think once you've mastered coloring skin tones and the blending that is required to make you happy with your coloring, then all the other coloring seems easy. So I like to focus on that. E00 is the next color that we're going to use. And again, we're going to have the brush flat, and we'll be pulling it in like this. And again, I've stamped these images on Express-It paper, which I highly recommend for any coloring, especially when we're coloring people. And they were stamped with Memento ink as well. So the next color is E21, and this is the darkest of the colors we're going to put on her face, and so we're going to just right around the edge, and again pulling in, and put as much as you want to give her a darker look, or less for a more light colored look. Then I'm going to use E00 again, and I'm going to start on this outer edge here and come in to the approximately the same place that I put this color before, and that's going to blend that E21 and the E00. Then we're going to use the E000 again, and you'll notice where we have this lighter area here, we want to just blend these lines, and so I think coming back and forth in broad strokes for this girl is appropriate. And you'll notice she looks a little grayish there because she's still a little wet. That will lighten up. The next thing we're going to do is add a little rosiness to her cheeks, so we have R20. And put as much or as little as you like, and then come back through with the E000 and pull that. There we have her face, and for her arms and legs we're just going to use E00 and E21. And we'll start with the E00. You can probably do both arms at the same time if you like. I find I sometimes start to do that and then don't finish, so I'll just stick with one area at a time. Don't want to confuse my aging mind. And then E00 again, and you'll start on the outside and pull it in a bit. And then we'll move on to the next arm here. And E21 next, right along where her dress is, where her little fold in the elbow is. And E00, excuse me. And blend those together. Now we'll do her legs. That was E00. And then underneath where her skirt is laying over her legs, you'll put a little bit of E21, and then also in this area here. Like that. E00 for the final step with her skin, and pull it down like that. If you want, you could put a little bit of pink on her knees. I did that on this card. I put a little bit of pinkness there, but I think I'll leave her like that for now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to color her hair, and I'm just going to use these two colors, the E33 and E37. So the first step will be just to color with the E33 over her entire hair. And I usually go outside the line just a little bit right here. On purpose, I go outside the line, I should say. I go outside the line sometimes, not on purpose. You know, the way her hair has the lines in it, you could probably just leave just the E33 if you wanted. But we'll add a little bit more interest by adding the E37. And we'll put that right by the bow here, in between, under here, and then on the tips a bit. And then with the E33, we'll just blend those out. And now's the time to straighten up any lines you might have right there. Bring her hair in just a little bit inside that. It almost doesn't quite look complete otherwise. And there we have her. Now you should have both of these colored again in the same fashion. And now we're going to begin by coloring this girl, and we're going to do her in purple.